Hi everyone, my name is Ralph George and I'm going to present to you SmileFy 2.1. We do have new features that improve the experience of 3D design, and we have the AI diagnostics integrated plus the case presentation, the automatic case presentation. So let me lead you through the workflow. We do have patient files with a picture, intraoral scan, and the CBCT file. We do have the calibration and two projects, a smile simulation and a 3D design. When I open the 3D design, in the 3D design screen, we have new options. Link the right and left side, group, we have more options here, and the smile frame. So let's use every single option and check what happens. First of all, let's go with the link right and left option. That's a very convenient option if we want to adjust the position of both sides, right and left. As you can see, everything works symmetrically. And I can change the position. I can change everything buccally, lingually, distally, mesially, and everything is symmetric and in sync, right? The left and right side. That's here. Of course, rotation works also, so I can rotate both sides. And of course, size is also part of this feature. Link, right and left. Then we have the group, and the group has several features here. So that's a very powerful feature if I want to compare what happens if I widen the buccal corridor of my design. I select group and posteriors. I select the posteriors, and now I can move the posteriors buccally and lingually, and compare the facial harmony and compare what happens if I want to widen the buccal corridor. It's a very, very easy to use feature and a powerful feature because we can design the smile more facial driven. Of course, the same way works with the anteriors. So you select the anteriors and now you can bring the anteriors buccally, lingually, and adjust the position in a very, very precise way. Group, anteriors, posteriors, and the synchronization between the right and left side by linking the position, the rotation, and the size. Also a powerful feature in this option, in this design screen, is the smile frame. So the smile frame gives you the option to manipulate the design as a group. So you can rotate everything on the horizontal line. You can rotate everything clockwise and counterclockwise if you want to change the occlusal plane angulation. And you can change the tilt of your smile. It's a powerful feature for dentures or prosthesis over implants, because if you want to readjust the position, the initial position that was calculated based on your occlusal curve that you set, and if you want to readjust the upper and lower design, for example, as a group between the upper and lower arch, then with this feature you can do so, and you can readjust the position of your prosthesis or your design, upper and lower, together if the guided option is on. It's a very convenient and very easy to use feature, and the whole design, the size, the rotation, everything remains precisely in place so that it's easy to make your changes. These are the new features in the design screen. Now we have the option screen, and the option screen allows you also to check your design with the outlines. You can change between the full templates and the outlines, and this feature is very powerful in the occlusal view because you can check the distal, the mesial, and the position and the size of your design of your teeth, and very, very precisely readjust the position of your, for example, of your posteriors, right? So you see here the distal, the mesial line. You see here if the teeth intersect each other, you see immediately what is wrong with the design, and you can readjust and then check again the position of your design. All these features should help you designing more accurate. We do have also the feature to measure the height of your teeth automatically. You don't need to do anything, just to click on the button table, and then you see the measurements, the height of every single tooth. That's the absolute height from the highest point of the tooth from the gingival margin to the incisal edge, right? So if you have something like this, you can consider a gingivectomy and then, or crown lengthening, and then you can work with absolute values for the size of your teeth. Good. Another very powerful option is the AI Diagnostics. The AI Diagnostics helps us to analyze the situation of the patient. And as you can see here, we do have, if you have the CBCT or the DICOM file in the patient documentation, you click on the radiological report, for example, and then you get from that patient the complete report: periodontal bone loss, moderate, periodontal bone loss, moderate. You do have cavities, you do have everything, fillings. So you have a beautiful overview, and you can discuss with your patient what needs to be done first before you discuss the aesthetic treatment. Also, a very powerful feature in this section, you can create the endodontic study, implantology study, third molar study, and the CBCT segmentation. The CBCT segmentation creates with AI the CBCT bone from the DICOM file. These solutions are powered by Diagnocat. So we click, for example, on our CBCT segmentation, and let's add the CBCT bone to our project so that we can design more precisely, analyze our design, and adjust everything accordingly. Adding the CBCT bone to the project helps you designing more accurately, analyzing, and changing the design more precisely. So we got the CBCT bone AI generated from the cloud. We need to set 3 points on our intraoral scan and 3 points on our CBCT bone. We calibrate. If my points were not precisely set, we need to recalibrate the position. We will need to do some manual adjustments for the simple reason that the CBCT and the CBCT bone has a complete different resolution as our intraoral scan. So that's why it's very, very complicated for the automatic software to find areas that looks completely alike because of the difference of the quality. But nevertheless, we do have the option to readjust here everything manually and as accurate as possible. Of course, if you set the points properly from the beginning, then you don't need these manual adjustments. Now I think With the opacity, we can check the position of our calibration. And we can go back to our 3D Smile Design screen. The 3D Smile Design screen is gonna be updated with the CBCT bone. And if we do have a case with crown lengthening, here we go. Now we do have a better understanding of the root angulation. As you can see, we see the roots. We have a better understanding about the root angulation. We have a better understanding about the bone margin, and we can create our smile much more accurate, much more precise, having or taking in consideration all these aspects of the CBCT segmentation. Very easy workflow. We save now the case with the CBCT bone in it. And the last step that we can do is we do have now the project, simulation, 3D design, CBCT segmentation, CBCT diagnostics. We go to the new project. We select as a new project the case presentation. I select the version of my patient documentation, the second version of my 3D smile design, and the smile simulation, and I create automatically a presentation of my case. Now, with one click, we can open the case presentation and review the case.